Hey, what's going on, Elite Games Pod crew? Daniel, and we have our special guest back, Andrew.
Hey.
So today we got something special. We're gonna hop into the Mewtwo V-Union box. So we're gonna do first an unboxing. Andrew's gonna go over the Mewtwo V-Union, how it works, how to play it. And then immediately after this, not immediately after, it'll be immediately after for you guys. So anyway, after this, we're gonna hop in, do some online games, PTCGO with Andrew, and he is going to, just examine the whole Mewtwo V-Union and build a deck out of it and see how it plays online and teach you all out there how to do it if it's something that you're interested in doing. I know you can almost not find these anywhere at this point in time, but you can buy the actual cards online on like TCG Player and other places like that. So.
Yeah, I was surprised that Pokemon decided to release these as promo cards because they're this huge mechanic that's obviously going to change the meta game a lot, and everyone's going to want to play these cards. And so, you run a shop, you were hardly able to get them.
Right, so we got a whopping one case, which is crazy. And I know stores
split between each one.
Right,
and 3 Mewtwo, 3 Zacian, 3 Greninja.
2.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, 2 Mewtwo, 2 Zacian, 2 Greninja. That was it. So total of 6 boxes. And that was all for one store. And I know other stores even bigger than ours only got 2. And
they're all really good.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm excited to watch you play and see how it works. I'm be completely honest, I don't fully understand how it works at this point. Now I have a little bit idea. I know it goes into the discard pile and all that jazz. But as far as bringing it out and how that, so we'll hop into it.
So these V-Union mechanics, for everybody that doesn't know, are kind of Pokemon's alternative to VMAXs. Well, they're obviously supplemental, and they have just as much HP as VMAXs, but are not classified as VMAXs. You don't have to evolve them or anything. They come straight out of your discard pile. So with these V-Unions, you can use things like Professor Burnet, which is a promo that searches your deck and discards 2 cards from your deck and puts them in the discard pile. Once all 4 pieces of the V-Union are in your discard pile, then you can just slap that puppy right on the board, and your V-Union is in play. Your massive 310 HP Pokemon.
Okay. So you don't have to wait or do anything special once you get them in the discard pile, you can bring it out?
Nope. ASAP.
Wow.
You can do it.
Okay.
Now, it's not always super easy to do. In the standard format for Pokemon, it's not very easy. We have things like Professor Burnet, which is a supporter, so you have to use your supporter discarding cards. You can use things like Quick Ball, but then you have to have the piece of the Mewtwo V-Union in your hand. Almost feels like Exodia. You're just from Yu-Gi-Oh! You're just trying to get all these pieces together. In Expanded, it's much easier because there's a card called Battle Professor, which is an item card. You don't have to use supporters. Search your deck for 3 cards, put them in the discard pile. Very famous in the Expanded format. One of the best cards there.
Okay.
So these V-Unions are going to be way easier to get out in the standard format. In the expanded format.
Okay. Do you think they'll come out with another card later on that'll allow us to utilize V-Union more down the road, or are we just with that one Professor card? It's kind of because you get 1 Professor card per box, I think.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to be wanting to play 4 Professor cards.
But you want at least 2. If you're playing, right? If you put it in the deck.
I am more preferable. I prefer just playing items to discard these as opposed to using my supporter for the turn. Because whereas Professor Burnet can, search your deck and discard them from the deck, I'd rather just use an item card like Familiar Bell, which I'll talk about when we play online a little bit. But use these other ways to search out the card and then discard it with something like Professor's Research.
Okay.
That's also drawing me some cards. Okay. So it's both a discard and a draw effect, whereas Professor Burnet is just not getting me anything, really.
Okay. So I guess you want at least that 1 dose, so if you already have 2 in the discard pile right then and there, you can discard the second 2. Okay, cool. So let's hop into the actual opening. I'll let you do the honors of cracking the seal of this beautiful box.
That might be a mistake.
Yeah. Well, you said this box was in perfect condition, and you probably should have got another one, but I don't have another one, so we're gonna have to tear up this beautiful box. But it is beautiful. Not a single scratch or mark on it.
Alright, that's for you. Hey.
It's no longer pretty. So.
Hey, it's your story. You do the thing. Alright, so comes with all of the awesome Mewtwo V-Union pieces right there. Oh god, I'm always so bad at it.
It's yeah, flip it over on the other side.
Oh, it's this way.
Yeah, I love that they started making it like that.
Okay.
Because before they used to have the little, like, I don't want to call them pins, but like they were like plastic pins or like
I know exactly.
Yeah,
what
but
you're
you
talking
bend
about.
the card.
Edges.
Yeah, but like
It's so
every
hard
single
to get
time you bend the card and mess it up, so you it's really hard to have a good
Come
fun.
on, try this like.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Let's slap
There
it
you go.
down.
Alright. I've never seen one of these things like fully completed. Can you imagine just putting this on your bench? This is a standard, playmat. Here's the Professor Burnet promo we were talking about. This is just a standard playmat of like what you would play a regular game on. Can you imagine just having it on your bench?
It's gigantic.
And you're like attaching energies, and I don't want to put it in there. So now you just slide it all over. The one thing I like to do is actually take this jumbo one, and I think if I ever get the V-Union out, I'm just gonna do that.
So just put that. Oh, that's cool. We actually
And then
use a
just-
jumbo card.
And
That's
just
cool.
Yeah, and just put these
I
over
wonder if
the
they let
side.
you do that in tournament play.
I can imagine. Now, if they sell sleeves that fit this, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I mean, it's just something that you keep on the side anyway
That
until you
looks-
brought it out.
That looks so much nicer than the pieces all
Right.
just like kind of rammed together. Interesting.
But obviously, you gotta have them in regular sleeves and it and working together.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways,
Let's
alright,
just get a paper cutter and put it forward.
Oh, yeah, just completely undo all of
And be a
it.
nice proxy. There you go.
Okay, well, let's split up the bad packs.
The bad packs. Are you want the vivid voltage? Is that what that is?
Not really.
What?
I'll take a bubble check.
Oh.
Sword and Shield, I think is better.
He's giving me the two rough packs. It's kind of messed up. But you know what? He's a guest, so let's go. We'll let the guest have
It's
the
like
good
when
stuff.
you're like 6 years old and your friend comes over and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm first player, so I'm the guest."
There you go. Okay, so here's the deal, though. So this is, my shop and my expense here at this point in time. So Andrew's got no skin in the game, but I'm gonna do a pack battle anyway. So if he beats me, how confident I am that he picked his cards, but mine are still gonna be better. It's pretty good. So if he beats my polls, he can keep them.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
for reals. All right.
Let's do it.
So
I'm down.
Chilling Rain versus
Got
Evolving
nothing to
Skies. All right, let's go.
Alright, my luck is terrible with these packs. I used it all on that Charizard star that I opened on a little.
That was a really good. That's honest to goodness, the one that we did on that video. That is the best Celebration TCG that I've seen.
Oh yeah, I opened way more Celebration than nothing like that. Alright, well I think your card has to be fun too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Cast Form versus Kitty Fly.
I definitely think I saw something.
Oh, Skill and Applin. Rockruff.
I don't feel like I'm winning so far, but I guess.
Yeah, I got a better reverse hollow, that's for sure. All right, let's see the hit.
Oh man.
Wow, but your grandpa's better than my Dead Trio, I think.
Yeah.
Just because it's
maybe.
cooler Pokemon.
Oh, and I got Fire Energy. Fire beats Rock.
You're right. It does. Fog Crystal, Brawly at the end there. Do you know what?
Like a badge. This is good for any Jolteon VMAX decks you might want to make.
Yeah. Okay.
Using Jolteon VMAX or
Which I usually stick to electric when I build decks. So
yeah,
I
there you
like
go.
that.
Jolteon VMAX. Before honestly, every single evolution they've released is really good.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like all really good. I haven't actually got a chance to go through and build a deck out of each one yet, but I definitely want to go out and do that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, at least you have
All right, so I'm gonna let you win that. You got it. And then I got the Sword and Shield base.
I feel like you're gonna
I'm
open
feeling gold.
a fullarization.
Oh, it's Fullarization. I am feeling gold in this pack. Let's see.
I always like to slap my packs before I open them.
Bad pack.
No, it just infuses a little bit of luck.
Okay.
Although I don't
Is
think
that
I
what it
slapped
is?
any of my celebration packs, and those were really good.
They were.
So maybe I should slap them. Oh man, I can already see the green.
Oh no! Why'd you go and ruin
My
it?
bad, my bad.
Okay.
Alright,
Rhyhorn, Duskull. Toss up. You're Voltorb.
Oh, you got the 7. Oh no, it's not.
It's not
70
that.
HP Stubble. Damn.
Grookey.
Weedle. Yeah, I think Grookey wins.
Yeah. Wooloo.
Wooloo's way better. Oh, you're winning this so far.
I got the Sizzly
Clefairy.
Bacon.
Clefairy could be Inertia Food.
Wow, really?
It's
Okay.
psychic type, and it says mini metronome for 1 energy. Flip a coin of heads, choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks, and use it as this. mean, if you're willing to gamble a little bit, flip a coin, heads, use Glimwood Tangle. It's a stadium, lets you flip your coins for attacks. Yeah, you got a 75% chance of doing like 300 damage to a
I like the strategy.
Is it
Alright,
good?
what is your reverse hollow?
Unclear. Sandile.
That's pretty even.
Oh, I'm ground type. He's poison.
Oh, okay, fine, you win. What's the hit?
Ah.
Oh my gosh! I knew there was something good in here. It's not gold, but
you win that.
Lapras Rainbow Rare. How
Well,
beautiful is that?
Fortress does super effective damage to ice types, but also not very effective to water.
Oh, so you saying you win? No, not gonna happen.
But
anyway.
this says double KO, both active Pokemon are knocked down, so.
There we go. Now we're both screwed on that.
Yeah, you definitely.
I need to get myself to sleep.
I got nothing here.
I
We
can't
need stadium. The reactions from the hits. That's a solid card. How much is that worth?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's got to be in at least the $12, $15 range. It could be more. I don't know. I'm just going off the top of my head. It's been a while since I looked it up, and prices are so freaking up and down.
Yeah.
And so I could be saying this thing's 12 to 15, and it's sitting at 20, 25, and tomorrow it's 3, and a week later it's 80. No, I don't know. It's kind of all over the place.
I feel like Lapras cards are always one of the more popular.
Yeah.
They're more one of the more popular Pokemon. Like especially like the base set Lapras,
Right.
the holographic one.
My gut off the top of my head is the $15, $20 range.
Okay.
Is my guess, but I don't actually know off the top of my head.
That's
Because I'll memorize a price and then it's irrelevant over
Yeah,
later.
true.
It's been nuts.
yeah, true.
So-
well, we got the Mewtwo V-Union. Honestly, worth the box by
Yeah,
itself.
absolutely. Yeah.
And then to get a Lapras VMAX, that's pretty good. So this Mewtwo V-Union, I'm very excited to put in a Shadow Rider Calyrex deck. If you've been playing competitive Pokemon recently, Shadow Rider Calyrex is one of the big decks, the main Psychic type deck, played with Alcremie usually. So I want to put a Mewtwo V-Union in there and see how it works.
Nice. That sounds awesome. So anyway, we're going to hop into that video. He's going to pop online, play out this Mewtwo V-Union, and hopefully get some wins. So
Yeah,
we're going to hop right into it, guys.
Cool. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. So now we're going to be jumping into a game with Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX featuring Mewtwo V-Union. So Shadow Calyrex has been a deck that honestly did really well in the first part of the metagame and then has kind of fallen off quite a bit. A lot of dark types have been popping up recently in single strike decks. You know, you have the Umbreon VMAX, which just one-shots Shadow Rider Calyrex because of its weakness to dark. You have things like Galarian Moltres, which it's weak to. And it's been getting a lot of hate recently. And the reason that it's been getting so much hate is because it's such a good counter to Rapid Strike Urshifu, which kind of dominated the format. So it's kind of been this cycle between, you know, fighting type deck being the best, so a psychic type deck comes to counter it. Now we're in the process of these dark type decks that are coming to counter Shadow Rider Calyrex. And these dark type decks don't always have a super bad matchup against fighting decks because now Pokemon has varied the weakness a little bit, where dark types sometimes are weak to fighting types, sometimes are weak to grass types. So we're kind of in this rock, paper, scissors format between fighting, psychic, darkness, and then some other weird, you know, decks below that, like Jolteon or Leafeon, things like that. But maybe Shadow Rider Calyrex now can make a comeback with Mewtwo V-Union. It still, unfortunately, is weak to dark, but maybe we can combat that. Alright, so I'm going to give a brief overview of how the deck works. It's your basic Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX deck with a 4/4 Shadow Rider. We've got 2 Galarian Articuno V, mainly just for the ability Reconstitute, which lets us discard 2 cards from our hand in order to use the ability, and then we get to draw a card. So why are we playing this weird Galarian Articuno V card in our deck? It's because we have the Mewtwo V-Union in here. So Mewtwo V-Union has an insane amount of health considering what it is. It has a 310 HP, and it's essentially a basic Pokemon that you don't have to evolve, but you do have to bring it out of the discard pile once you get all 4 pieces in there. And so we're going to use Galarian Articuno V in order to bring that Mewtwo V-Union out of the discard pile. So Mewtwo V-Union has a ton of really powerful attacks that hopefully we'll get to use today. We've got Union Gain, which powers it up. Every single V-Union has this attack. Oops, Keep doing that. All the pieces is hard to keep track of. It's got the ability Photon Barrier. I don't think any of our games will really use this ability very much, but it's nice to have. Prevents effects of attacks from opponents' Pokemon. It's got the Big Attack Final Burn for 300 damage for only 4 energies, which is really, really nice. We've got Super Regeneration in case we want to heal. We get to heal 200 damage from Mewtwo V-Union. Granted, it doesn't do any damage, but at least we can like stall maybe a little bit with this. There will probably be some points during the game where, you know, you want to have this big attack with Shadow Rider Calyrex with its Max Geist attack, which does more damage based on how many psychic energies you have on the field. But, you know, maybe you don't have enough to get that big one-hit knockout with Max Geist, so you want to wait a turn, stall with Mewtwo V-Union a little bit, use Super Regeneration, and then next turn use Underworld Door again to get more psychic energies into play, and then maybe finally get that big Max Geist attack off. So I think that's a good option. And then we've also got an incredible attack, which is Psysplosion, which says put 16 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like, which is just insane. 16 damage counters, I mean, you can KO, okay, you can almost KO 3 Sobbles with that. If it was a little bit more, if it was like 18 damage counters, then I think it would be very, very broken. Because you could kill 2 Drizziles with that, you could knock out 3 Sobbles. I mean, there's so much you could do with that. But it's still a really nice game finisher, especially when you have a lot of these Pokemon that need to evolve right now in the format, being like Sobble and Inteleon. If you go against any like Cincino decks, you could snipe those off as well. Or if you just need to finish off something that you hit for a lot of damage earlier in the game, if it's sitting on the bench, you don't need a boss's order, you can just Psysplosion and do 160 damage snipe to it. So I think you have a lot of really cool options with Mewtwo V-Union, and we can get it powered up with Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. So I think it's a great addition to this deck. You do have to tailor the deck a little bit more towards Mewtwo V-Union now because of that. So that's why we have the Galarian Articuno V in here. We still have the baby Galarian Articuno because it's just really good to be able to put 2 Psychic Energies on the board immediately. Got a Crobat for consistency. Everything in here is pretty much a standard Calyrex deck, besides this Familiar Bell. So Familiar Bell is nice because, like I said before, V-Unions are not basic Pokemon. We cannot use something like a Fog Crystal to search it out. It is a Psychic Pokemon, but it's a Psychic V-Union Pokemon, not a Psychic Basic Pokemon. So we have to use things like Familiar Bell, which say search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as a Pokemon in your discard pile, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So Familiar Bell, if we have a Mewtwo V-Union piece in the discard pile, lets us search for another Mewtwo V-Union piece, and that's because all 4 of these pieces share the same name of being Mewtwo V-Union. And that being said, you can only run 1 of every single piece. So if you prize it, you're gonna have a bad time. So everything else in this deck, we've got 3 Training Court. Path of the Peak is still pretty annoying, so we want 3 of those. I would like to have 4, but you know, fitting a V-Union is not easy. Professor's Research will help with some of those discards for Mewtwo V-Union. And yeah, everything else is pretty standard, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, jumping into it, going against Neo Cloud Strife. And I already have a win streak of 2 from, I think from the Greninja deck. I haven't been on PT's much besides that. All right, let's call this. We got heads. Sweet. All right, so we're going first. Let's see if we can actually get this Mewtwo V-Union into play. All right, we're starting off with Galarian Articuno V. That's not great because our hand looks pretty doo-doo, if I do say so myself. Luckily, we do have the Reconstitute ability if we want to draw at least 1 card. Okay, we did get a Marnie. That's not bad. I'm thinking we go ahead and probably just use Reconstitute. We have Training Court, which is kind of nice. I'm just gonna get rid of, I think I'm just gonna get rid of 2 Psychic Energies. I mean, it would have been nice if we had a Mewtwo V-Union in our hand, but okay, well, that's not very helpful. An Aegislash. Strange. But we do have Training Court, so we can just get a Psychic Energy back. We can, do I want to attach it to Galarian Articuno V? I honestly don't think I do. This Psy-Ray attack is not great. It does confuse your opponent's Pokemon, but other than that, not going to be doing much.
So honestly, this deck does a very good job, I think, at getting the VMAX out. With Galarian Articuno V, it's really easy, actually. And Familiar Bell, I think that is a very good combo to be able to get out these V-Unions, because it's so hard to search them out, honestly. I think that's the biggest flaw, is you can't search them out unless you want to play something like Professor Burnet, which we saw did help us in the Greninja V-Union video. It was very good there. But that's also your supporter for turn, and you're not drawing any cards. And granted, Shadow Rider Calyrex doesn't really have a problem with drawing cards. I think it's, I mean, you have the Underworld Door ability, you're going through your deck pretty quickly. But still, it still doesn't feel great to use your supporter to discard 2 cards, you know? Okay, so let's see what's happening. Let's see, Aegislash and Zacian and Meowth. I have no idea what my opponent is doing. But our hand is still absolutely terrible. I'm gonna play an Air Balloon down, and I think we just have to Marnie. I don't really want to attach the Psychic Energy. I'll wait to Training Court until after the Marnie. Okay, this is a little bit better. So I think we're gonna Fog Crystal and grab a Shadow Calyrex V. We're gonna check if Crobat is in the deck, because if Crobat's in the deck, okay, it's not. Then we probably would have used this Quick Ball to get a Crobat and keep drawing cards, but all our Mewtwo V-Union pieces are in here. Okay, which is honestly really great to see. Alright, we'll play that down. I think I'm going to use this Quick Ball to grab another Shadow Rider Calyrex. Let's grab another one of those. And then I think I'm gonna... trying to think if I want to use Reconstitute. I probably do. I guess there's nothing else really that we would want. So I might even Training Court and Retreat and maybe Shadow Mist. Is that going to do anything? No, I'd actually rather Galarian Articuno V go down than one of my Shadow Riders. So let's just attach here, and I think we're just going to pass. My opponent didn't do much, which makes me think that they're probably, you know, hopefully don't have a huge turn coming up. But if they do have like a Metal Saucer and an Air Balloon, they would be able to retreat. But there's no Metal Energies in the discard pile. I Marnied them down to 4. So, I mean, I think we should be chilling. Which, we'll see. But, you know, with Quick Balls and Crobats, you never know. You can still draw a lot of cards. Okay, cool. Seems like we'll be fine. I really hope we get this Mewtwo V-Union into play. I mean, look at my opponent's board already. Mewtwo V-Union one-shots this, that's for sure. You can use Psy-Splosion to knock out a Bronzer, knock out the Meowth. I mean, we can do all sorts of things once we get access to that. So, actually, again, don't really want to play this Psychic Energy. I really just want some Mewtwo V-Unions in my hand. Once we get one, okay, sweet. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, this is a fantastic hand. We didn't get a Shadow Calyrex VMAX, but we can reconstitute away 2 V-Union pieces. Let's go. And okay, no Shadow Calyrex VMAX. That's okay. We'll go ahead and grab that. And I'm wondering if now I want to treat... No, we have another one in the deck, so I think we're fine if this Galarian Articuno V goes down. It will also be able to Familiar Bell for a V-Union piece next turn and then discard it with Research. And then we're just 1 away. So if we top deck another Familiar Bell or top deck a Mewtwo V-Union, then we'll be able to get Mewtwo V-Union out this upcoming turn. But whether or not that happens, I guess we'll see. Luckily this, like... So I had to discard 2 Psychic Energies first turn, which honestly I was a little worried about, but we did have the Training Court. One nice thing about Mewtwo V-Union is that... Oh, my opponent didn't do anything. One nice thing about the V-Union, it does have that Union Gain attack. So we'd be able to get back Psychic Energies from the discard pile, even if we didn't have Training Court in play. My opponent's really just not doing anything. Fine by me. I'm wondering... I mean, the Crobat's prized. Let's quick ball. I'm wondering if we want to Marnie my opponent again. Let's grab another Shadow Calyrex V. I think we just want as many cards as possible. I think if we can get this V-Union out and powered up, we'll just win the game. Okay, well. Okay, so we don't get it. We do still have Reconstitute. If we wanted to. We didn't even get a VMAX. I think we have to use Reconstitute now. I think we Reconstitute and discard a Psychic Energy, and I'm thinking maybe even an Ordinary Rod. We don't really need the Ordinary Rod. I guess we can use it to get back another Psychic Energy. So let's just discard 2 Psychic Energies. And we get another Psychic Energy. Then we do have Training Court to get another one back. But man, this hand is pretty bad. I don't know what we're gonna do next turn. We don't have a VMAX. I think I'm gonna play down another Articuno V and I could Reconstitute again. That seems kind of bad. I guess I have the Ordinary Rod. I think I have to. I don't know what else to do with this hand. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get this moving. Nope. All right. I'm gonna save the Ordinary Rod, and I'm gonna just pass. God, this hand is horrible. Prizing Crobat has really hurt us here. Honestly, it would be so nice to Crobat. Like before when we had the Quick Ball, then we wouldn't have had to use our research. We could have kept it in our hand and then drawn some more cards, but kind of biting us in the butt. Luckily, our opponent isn't doing anything either, which is fine with me. Gave me plenty of time to get Mewtwo V-Union all powered up. Okay, Marnie. That's fine. All these bad cards are going to go to the bottom, so that's cool. And still no V-Union piece. We've only used 1 Familiar Belt, so we still have 2 left in the deck. No Supporter either. Man, this is a little rough. And we're going to get knocked out here. Luckily, we do get an Evolution Incense finally. So we'll get a Shadow Calyrex VMAX out so we can start drawing through our deck that way, but it's kind of rough. And we lose our Air Balloon, so... And he sent the other Air Balloon to the bottom of the deck, which I guess we'll shuffle with Evolution Incense, but... Man. Come on, Calyrex. I believe. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Okay, now we get 2 Calyrex VMAXs out. So I'm going to not attach that. I'm gonna... Let's see. I'm trying to think of order of operations here. So I don't want to draw into another Psychic Energy, so I'm going to Fog Crystal first here. I do want to draw into a third, or into a second Calyrex VMAX because I have the Evo Incense in my hand. So let's go ahead and Underworld Door 1 here. See if we can draw the V-Union piece. Nope. Alright, now I'll use Evo Incense and grab the 2 VMAXs out of the deck. Since I don't want to draw any more VMAXs, I've got the outs to them now. Alright. Evolve. And now we have 3 Underworld Doors to work with, and luckily, because of Training Court, because of Training Court, we'll be able to get that 3rd one. Alright, and there's the V-Union piece. Perfect. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and I think we're going to I think we're going to Training Court now. I'll Reconstitute. I kind of think my opponent doesn't have a Stadium counter. So I'm going to get rid of the Training Court and the Mewtwo V-Union piece. Okay. Which means now we can get the Mewtwo V-Union into play. Heck yeah. Alright. Sweet Exodia fusion time. V-Union on the board. And now we get to Underworld Door one more time. Mewtwo V-Union. Alright. So now we've got a lot to work with, honestly. I still haven't attached for turn, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and Ordinary Rod, put back 2 Psychic Energies back. Alright, now we're schmoovin'. Now we're totally fine. Quick Ball, Let's get rid of the boss's orders. Yeah, we don't really need a 4th Shadow Rider Calyrex, but I mean, we've got nothing better to do, you know? Let's play him down, and then we'll research. Alright, got a Psychic Energy, got the Familiar Bell that is not helpful at all anymore. So let's attach here. And then next turn we'll be able to do whatever we want with Max Geist. So let's go ahead and... yeah, I think we'll just Max Geist and do some damage to this Zacian V. It's not going to knock it out. But remember, we have Mewtwo V-Union Psy-Splosion, which means we can put 30 damage here and then 13 damage counters wherever else we want. And if he doesn't evolve, then this Meowth and Bronzor are getting knocked out, because that's 130 damage perfectly right there. And then we just need one more V knockout, and then we win. So the late game V-Union finally coming into play. It took a little bit. I mean, I don't think when did we get a VMAX? Turn 4? This took so long, but we made it. All right, escape rope. Okay, don't really care about that. I think I'm just gonna give them this VMAX that they can't knock out. I don't want to give them the one with energies on it. I don't want to make it any easier for that to be knocked out. And we have the air balloon in our hand, so we can just retreat this next turn. And let's see. If he doesn't, you know, get an energy or a way to retreat, I guess he has the training court. Nope, there's no metal energy in there. Aw, man. Alright, he did evolve to Galarian Berserker, so we can't get the cool double knockout with Psy-Splosion, but we could pretty much wipe his board of anything relevant. Alright, we get the boss's orders. So we're definitely going to Psy-Splosion this turn. I think I'm even gonna... yeah, this is great. Okay, we're gonna air balloon here. We do have to watch out. We only have 8 cards in deck. We're gonna Underworld Door here. I'm actually not going to Underworld Door anymore because I don't want to run out of cards in my deck. Familiar Bell for nothing. Let's see what's in there. Switch, 2 Psychic Energies, VMAX. Not gonna Underworld Door anymore. We don't need to. There's no reason. Attach and retreat. There are no Psychic Energies in my discard pile. And then we're just gonna... let's Boss's Orders this Stunfisk. Force him to retreat this Stunfisk out of the active spot. And then we'll Psy-Splosion and we'll put 30 damage here. I do want to knock out this Bronzer. I don't want any energy moving around shenanigans. We're gonna put 30 there, so we have... let's see, that's 90, so we have 70 more to work with. Let's put 70, I think, on the Zacian, because that'll put it at 150, and then that'll be another Psy-Splosion, and we can knock it out if we need to. All right, so let's do that. Nice, and that's a solid 3-prize turn, and we got rid of the Bronzer too, so there's going to be no Bronzong coming into play. Hey, maybe he'll, VMAX this Aegislash V, and we'll be able to get 3 prizes that way, but probably not going to happen. Okay, sweet. He knew he couldn't beat the Mewtwo V-Union. It was created by scientists to be the most powerful Pokemon, so don't blame him. All right, let's get into another game. Let's go. Win streak 3. How do you feel about that, Togepi? Togepi looks pretty happy to me. All right, we get to go first again. Sick. And damn, if that was a Shadow Rider Calyrex V, that would have been kind of nice. This hand would have actually been pretty good. Be able to research away a V-Union piece. Okay, now we're talking. That's almost the exact same hand we had, but with the baby V instead of the VMAX, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, sweet. So this is nice because... oh, it'd be even nicer if we had a Quick Ball, because then we could Quick Ball away the Mewtwo V-Union. Oh man, this would be even better if we had a Quick Ball. Maybe we'll top deck one next turn. It's Fog Crystal. We'll grab another Shadow Rider Calyrex V. So if we had a quick ball, we could discard this Mewtwo V-Union piece, use Familiar Bell twice for 2 more pieces, and then research, which would be insane. So I think I'm just gonna attach this bench one here and pass the turn. Man, that would have been so good. We still have 1 more turn. He could still, you know, use a quick ball and make our dreams come true. No. Ugh, sad. Well, you know, dreams die hard sometimes. There's our quick ball. Okay, this is still pretty good. We can quick ball away a V-Union piece, shuffle the deck so we can get all those Familiar Bells off of the bottom of the deck, and then grab Crobat V, which I did see was in there. And we're going up against a Weezing deck. Okay. That's going to be kind of annoying because we can't, if Weezing comes up, we will not be able to reconstitute. Or Underworld Door, obviously, but quick ball away the V-Union piece. There's the Crobat. It already knew exactly what I wanted. Crobat V. I'm wondering if I want a Shadow Mist. Just to prevent... I guess I don't even know what Stadium Weezing plays. I know, he already has the hiding energy down. Well, we're gonna do it anyways. Ordinary Rod. No, that sounds terrible. We'd have to Ordinary Rod our Mewtwo back into the deck. Okay, sweet, solid. Okay, so we get an Evolution Incense, so we can get a VMAX. Let's do the benched VMAX, so in case we Underworld Door to it twice, we can attack this turn. Don't want an Ordinary Rod. Let's play the Training Court. We'll Familiar Bell for another Mewtwo V-Union piece. And then... No, I don't want to Boss's Orders. Yeah, I definitely just want to research here. Okay, we've got 2 V-Union pieces in there. I have a good deck. Thank you, I know. You know I have a very good deck. Okay, this hand is very, very good. We can Familiar Bell now again for another V-Union piece. Quick ball it away. Grab... I don't want to grab the Baby Galarian Articuno V because even though we have 2 Psychic Energies in our hand, I want to use those for Underworld Door. So we'll grab a Galarian Articuno V. Then we'll... Underworld... Yeah, we need 1 more piece. Okay, we'll Underworld Door onto the bench Shadow Rider Calyrex V. Okay. Underworld Door onto here. Now we'll be able to knock out this Sobble. Ah, man, if we drew 1 more Familiar Bell or the V-Union, we would have been able to get it into play. Which, fine, whatever, that's okay, I guess. I think I'm actually going to switch. I think I'm going to switch into here and attach an Air Balloon, because I want to be able to have Free Retreat next turn, in case we get the V-Union out. And... Actually, maybe let's reconstitute away these. Actually not. Yeah, actually, let's just get rid of the Marnie, actually. So we want room on the bench. Okay, well, that was helpful. Trading Court. But yeah, I want Free Retreat in case we get the V-Union out. Then we can just switch into it. Be super good. All right, and I'm wearing my Mewtwo Pokemon cap. I felt like that was pretty appropriate. Oh god, we have 3 Psychic Energies now in our hand. That we're probably going to research away. Wow, okay, my opponent did nothing and just used Ascension. I feel like this might be a pretty quick game. Oh man, this is so sad. I don't... Oh, I can't Underworld Door. Man, I wanted a good game here so I could get V-Union out and just like destroy him. Especially... Ha. Alright, fine. Fine. We gotta do 1 more. We're so close. So close to getting the V-Union out. Are you serious? We were on fire that game. Complete 180 from the first game. Alright, fine. Let's do a 3rd game. Okay, here we go. Maybe we can go first again. Never mind. Who needs to go first anyways? Not me. Going first is a very, very good advantage in Pokemon trading card game. You get to attach your energies, you get to evolve stuff first. Yeah, it's really nice. Even though you can't attack, you still just get, you know, a turn ahead of your opponent on setting up everything. It's amazing. All right, let's start the Galarian Articuno V, and we'll just wait on the rest. All right, we have 2 Fog Crystals in hand, which means we'll get 2 of the baby Calyrex. Is this a Dracozolt deck? Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know, well, let's go ahead and take a look. My opponent has a Dracozolt V. Oh god. What? Come on, let me see it. He took 7 mulligans. Sure. Okay, thanks. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, we didn't get a single V piece. That's so sad. Alright, well, that's Fog Crystal for a Calyrex V. Play that down. Fog Crystal for another Calyrex V. Let's make sure our V-Unions aren't prized. Cool, they're not. Then I think I'll just... Sure, let's, you know, we have the energies in hand. Let's just attach them. And attach down here. Okay, so what I was saying about Dracozolt is... You want to end your turn... Oh, whoops. Without attacking. Oh, that's right, he went first. Did he choose to go second? Wait, that was weird. Okay. I mean, yes. Oh, my PTCO's all glitched too. That's weird. Anyways, okay, so this Dracozolt V deck basically aims to just have one big Dracozolt VMAX in play, and keep attacking with its first attack, which does 60 damage for 1 lightning energy, and says if Dracozolt gets damaged, I think put 12 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not going to really be great against a Shadow Calyrex VMAX deck, but I'm just gonna research. Yeah, it's not gonna be great against a VMAX deck that has like unlimited damage potential with Max Geist. Oh, come on, where are V pieces? Let's grab Evo Incense. But I just want to show off Mewtwo V-Union. That's all I really want to do. If I, can make this, if I can get that out, I'm going to attack with that. I don't want to attack with Shadow Calyrex VMAX. That's okay. I'm fine. Okay, okay. Now we're talking. Now we get a V-Union piece. Quick ball that away. No, fine. Familiar Bell for another V-Union piece. Quick ball that away. Okay. And then, I guess I could have used Reconstitute to get those away, actually. That's alright. Okay, and we'll just chill. Solid. Yeah, just need 2 more pieces into play. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, so this Dracozolt VMAX deck, I don't know. It sounds fun. I don't think it's very good. I mean, it's weak to Urshifu, which is one of the best cards in the format right now. And, you could put a big charm on it or whatever, but, I mean, it's still doing twice the damage to you. Even with the first attack for 1 energy, it's doing 300 damage. That Rapid Strike Urshifu does 150 for 1 energy if it came up from the bench to the active spot. So, it just kind of destroys this deck. I think Shadow Rider Calyrex beats this deck too, but I mean, we'll see. My opponent's really not doing very much. I don't really want a Marnie. I really hope we could get the V-Union so we can start attaching to it. So that probably is one sucky thing about this deck, honestly, is that you have to use Underworld Door in order to draw cards. But it's also your energy acceleration. So usually you're wanting to use your energy acceleration to your Mewtwo V-Union, but you also kind of need to use Underworld Door in order to find the V-Union pieces. And so it's difficult because you've used a lot of your psychic energies, attaching to the VMAX and stuff, when, maybe you want to attach to the V-Union, but you just, can't get it out because you might need a couple more cards. I'm going to get rid of Boss's Orders. That's not going to be very helpful in this game. Fog Crystal, not quite what we needed. Oh, we do get to... Oh no, we're out of VMAXs. Dang, okay. I was gonna say we could Underworld Door one more time, but... Do we have a air balloon? Okay, we do. So, at least we can attack with... I don't think we've used our attachment for turn either. I guess I could Marnie still. I don't really want to... You know, I don't want to give my opponent a fresh new hand, but I also kind of want a game here. So let's Marnie. You're welcome, opponent. And... Okay, we used Reconstitute already. So, and we don't have the Quick Ball in hand anymore. So, I think we're just gonna retreat and attack with Max Geist. So we're doing 250 damage right now. Perfect knockout on Drake's V. Come on, don't concede. Don't concede. I'm one turn away from getting my V-Union. Please. And we got the VMAX, so that means we can get our Mewtwo V powered up in one turn next turn. Okay, I don't think my opponent's gonna concede. Not like the Weezing player. This guy's braver. He's brave enough to go against Mewtwo V-Union with his chunky Pikachu sleeves and his chunky Dracozolt deck. Oh, Bruno, that's interesting. So you could play Bruno in this deck. I mean, your Dracozolt VMAX is probably not getting knocked out very often because the point of this deck is to play things like Hyper Potion and heal it, and Cheryl and heal it all the time. So I actually prefer Kabu in this deck. Kabu says if you only have one Pokemon in play, shuffle your hand and draw 8. Just insane. That is such a good draw supporter, but you do need to have only one Pokemon in play, which means if that Pokemon gets knocked out, you lose. So it's interesting. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Oh, I thought you got the VMAX out. Right, what does this deck do? Energy cards can't be attached from the hand to the defending Pokemon. That's fine. Alright, sweet. So we just need one more V-Union piece. Gonna reconstitute. We don't need the Familiar Bell anymore. Alright, now we're gonna Mewtwo V-Union. Yes. Thank you, opponent, for letting us do this. Hopefully he does not concede because I should just win. Dang it. I wanted to attack with Mewtwo V-Union. I didn't want to max Geist for 250 damage to win. Lame. Alright, well, I think, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed. We had a little bit of a sweep those last two games, but honestly, we got to get Mewtwo V-Union out 2 of these games. We got to use Psysplosion, didn't get to use Final Burn or whatever it's called for 300 damage, but I hope you got a feel for like how this deck flows. I mean, you know, our opponents were dead drawing those last 2 games. Well, maybe Dracozolt was dead drawing. Maybe that's just what it's supposed to be. But at least, hopefully you got a idea for the flow of the deck. You know, we were able to discard with Galarian Articuno V, Reconstitute, you know, use Familiar Bell to search out the Mewtwo V-Union pieces, and use Underworld Door, you know, to draw cards and accelerate energies. And so I honestly think the deck flowed pretty well. The first game was a little clunky, but those last 2 games I think really flowed really well, and we were able to get the V-Union pieces out relatively quickly. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't, twitch.tv/AndrewGZ. That's up there as well. And yeah, thanks so much.
Alright, well thanks guys so much for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and click that little notification bell so you can get notified whenever there's a new video.
Yeah, what he said. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next video.
See ya.